All right, so we're here in the kitchen. I got my little sous chef, right, Chippy? You sit for the peeps. Get some. He loves his veggies. Well, Maddie and Jody are downstairs putting up curtains in the nursery. I'm gonna start on making my red wine braised short ribs. So we'll see how it goes. It's nice to have a kitchen again, ain't Chip? Working on these knife skills again. You gotta dust them off, I think. Don't think I used to dice there. That's better. Little more fish. And still here, huh? Chippy likes carrots. He likes everything but leafy stuff, especially when I'm cooking. So we'll definitely give him his fair share of goodies. I don't really know what to talk about when I cook. Usually I like to jam out to music, but can't hear me. So I won't be doing a whole lot of that when I'm talking to you, but thinking a lot about this whole, there we go again. Chopping it up all funky like again. Thinking about this whole pregnancy deal, this entire journey. Boy, has it been a lot. All in the good sense, obviously, but there's a lot of things that come up that you don't think about. It causes you to think about things, especially when it comes to having a baby and everything you want to do with them or for them, how you want to raise them, how you want them to experience life. And then you start having those other thoughts. You're like, well, they're going to experience life however they experience it. You don't want to control too much, but you want to be there for them. You want them to feel safe, listened to, loved. I don't know. I think there's a lot of you out there that probably all experience the same thoughts. I think the number one thing that I've realized on this journey of becoming a dad and what to prepare for, what to expect, is to expect the unexpected. I know that sounds pretty run-of-the-mill, but very much go with the flow and worry about what I can control, because in the past I've worried about everything that I can't control. And what I can't control is loving her, supporting her. Wasn't us, it was the girls downstairs knocking. Anyway, back to it. What was I saying? Something about control. What I can control day in, day out is definitely going to be how I can support Maddie, support myself, and offer assistance in any way possible. Which brings me to another good point. I've learned that asking your wife what you can do isn't always the answer. Sometimes they just need you to do. So I am just doing dinner. It's something I can control, and they're gonna enjoy it. And if they don't, I'm not gonna give them an opportunity to leave a Yelp review. Garlic, you need it. You need it. That, onion, shallot, aromatics, all that good stuff. I kind of believe it should be in every meal, but that's just me. More onion? It's probably good. I'll just use more garlic. Can you have too much? Yes. Will we? Never. Ooh, okay, all right. So when I was dicing up the onion, I thought, one likes minced garlic. I like it to be kind of meatier, so For the short ribs, I think I'm gonna do kind of longer slices, kind of like when you see shaved nuts, like almonds or something. Kind of have a nice bigger crunch to it. Probably get softened up after I saute these and bake it, slow cook it for like 3 hours, but I don't know. I just like having like, you know, don't worry, we'll do smaller ones for the mashed potatoes. The miner's mash is gonna be a sweet potato, russet potato. Joe. Mash. Okay, back to it.
When you have a point of stopping, can you come help us?
Yeah, I can do that. Time to take a break and go help with the girls. Well, come on over.
No.
You want to play that song anymore?
It's driving me nuts.
Another thing I learned during pregnancy
Is
I get on her nerves pretty quick.
you really don't though. That's the thing. You really don't.
Only when I play the same song over and
Only
over.
certain things get on my nerves, and it's not you.
Oh.
Continue.
Shallot. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just like,
But you don't need the music on because you're just jamming. Oh my gosh, Lucy is asleep in the baby's car seat.
is she in the sun?
Hey, Putty Tat. Is that your car seat? This is not your car seat.
Take a couple, big one, small one. Some as big as your head. You give them a flick, a twist of the wrist. That's what the showman said. Shrooms, delectable fungi.
Oh, I know what I want.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Cinnamon, crunchy cinnamon squares. They cooked it up.
Okay, so back to the other point though.
Sorry.
Like in the middle of doing something and then you get a, babe, can you come do this? And meanwhile, I'm like, I've been slaving over this meal for hours. Or I will be. And that's a movie quote.
Just try to sit here and act like you don't wait on main-handed, but
Do.
and you don't complain either.
I don't.
So let's be real here.
I like to serve my wife. Sometimes you just gotta do it. And like Alan Jackson said, it's gonna be a good time. Look at all these bad boys. Dust on.
Did you already tell them what you're making?
A little bit of S&P on these bad Jessies. Some people like to pat them dry, but I honestly don't think it really matters. They're all going in the same place anyway. And also, I'm a firm believer in pepper burning when you sear, but since we're going to deglaze anyhow, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference anyway. So it's going to be delicious, whichever way we do it.
Delicious and nutritious.
Delicious and nutritious is right. Okay. Vegetables, good. Those guys, sear, I'm gonna need them.
Alright, I'm gonna leave you alone because
Okay, cool. Secret, brown your butter. Get that boy going nice and warm and bubbly up in there. We're gonna get the veggies in here. Start with the onions and the garlic. Oh, yeah, so satisfying. Be right back. I put the veggies in before I did the meat. Now it's gonna be backlit, isn't it? That's all you need to see. Here you go, short ribs.
we're gonna go, well these things don't, we're gonna go bone up, meat down. We'll get in. Okay, another thought. I don't know how y'all find the time to like videotape every step of this stuff. I am losing interest quickly, but just want to show you what I'm cooking, so maybe I'll shorten it up. Here we go, got the start. Bam. Okay, so if you want to know like times and stuff to do things, don't really know. Kind of just go with the flow and the feel. But when you are looking to brown and sear your short ribs, you can always get that nice brown color on them. It's gonna release that flavor. And then we'll get all the vegetables in there. We'll let that kind of all sofrito, sauce. Anyway, and then we'll deglaze it all. It's gonna be money. Hey Chippy, you want some food? Yeah. Take you to do good food. Okay. Yummy. Now we'll put those boys in that goodness. Yes, I'm looking at myself, but look at that. Look at that. This and then the carrots and celery, shrooms. I'll put the shrooms in there. Why not? And we'll get all those boys whipped up, put the paste in, beef broth, wine, all that good stuff. We'll get those boys back in, and they'll be in the oven for about 3 hours, which gives me enough time to help Maddie with projects. Love you, bye. I was thinking that the most important thing I think right now that I've learned from supporting Maddie and going through this journey with her is that there's no price on the support that they need. That's for sure. I think, honestly, as a guy, you don't really think about any of this stuff before you really embark on this journey. If you do, then more power to you. You're probably part of a very low percentage of men and human beings that do. But ultimately making the decision to move to Utah, don't know if Maddie said that, so she might want to bleep it out, is you could just see like night and day difference between doing things yourself, which can be done, obviously. Plenty of people do this whole thing by themselves. Don't know how you do it, to be honest with you. You don't think about kind of like the entirety of like what's needed. I don't know, I'm talking in circles here, but it's just like baffling, honestly, because it takes a village, right? And I'm just very thankful we're in a position to where we can have family around to help us be part of that village, so we can breathe a little bit to be better for ourselves, for each other, and for ultimately baby. This is where we are now. Got the rest of the veggies in here. Looks like a lot, I know, but they'll cook down quite a bit and really help create that rich red wine sauce and that gravy, all those flavor profiles together. You are not going to believe what's gonna taste like. So, where's the look? But yeah, just why make it harder on yourself when you don't need to? And ultimately, that's kind of where Maddie and I landed, and I think made a really good decision for our family. Sometimes I have these like surreal moments: who she'll be, how she'll be, and kind of like it was carrying a football back in the day. Holding her is gonna be something I'm really looking forward to. So. And the battery died. I don't know where the tripod is, but that would make this a whole lot easier. It's really nice to be able to get back in the kitchen and cook again. Give me an opportunity to think, kind of reinvent some things, recipes, sourdough. We're gonna have to ask Kenzie how to do sourdough because we're all gonna need some bread. So Do you think that smells good? Do ya, kitty? Yeah. All right, so got the tomato paste in. Ooh, got the tomato paste in there. Time to add the broth, the wine, broth, wine. Get that going in there. Add the aromatics, thyme. I might be saying that wrong again. Thyme, basil. Submerge the beef again. Put in the oven. Get rocking. All right. It's all in there. Ready to go in the oven. Look who's back. Because guess what? Doing the taters for the mashed potato mix. Miner's mash. Yummy, yummy. Mmm, chippy tummy. Not interested. Beginning the potatoes here for the miner's mash. Still got a while for the short ribs, so I'm gonna let them soak in some salt water for a minute and then get going. Can't wait to see all those plates. Brussels. What you think, mates?
It's so good.
Delish, son.
You.
Delicious, right?